Okay, in this video, we're going to show you how to do sidebars in Soholaunch Ultra. If you've used Soholaunch Pro Edition before, then sidebars are kind of like template boxes, only they're a little more powerful. So I'm going to show you what they can do here. This is one of our newer Ultra templates. This isn't out yet as of this video, but by the time you see this, this should be out pretty soon. It's a mobile-friendly template using a popular library called Foundation, hence its name, Foundation. Anyway, so there are actually, I think, 7 boxes or 7 sidebars, excuse me, in this template, but you can't see them. You can see a couple of them. These boxes here are sidebars, and there are actually 3 sidebars in the footer, and there's 1 sidebar up here. So the first question is, how do you figure out where all the sidebars are on your template? I'm going to show you how to do that. The way sidebar works, we're going to ignore the version update for now. I'm going to log in. This is my Ultra dashboard here for this demo site. So I'm going to edit a page. All sidebars are controlled through a page. The idea is you set them up once and sort of forget about them, but if you need to override one on a particular page, you can. So it's usually a best bet to start with your home page and configure your sidebars on your home page, and then that'll distribute throughout the rest of your pages. So I'm going to edit my home page, and you'll see this button up here that says Edit Sidebar. I'll click Edit. And the good thing about sidebars in Ultra is that you have access to all the drag and drop features that you're used to in the page editor. So what I'm going to do is just drag some text into each of these sidebars. Call them sidebar 1 and 2 and 3. Sidebar 4. And guess which one this one will be. It will be 5. And 6. Most templates won't have this many sidebars, but I'm using this one as sort of an extreme example to show you how the feature works. So there you go, sidebar 7. Now we're going to save that, just like we save a page. Save the page button, or save page button. We're going to flip back over to our website tab and refresh. I'm pressing the refresh button up here by the address bar that you can't see, but you can also hit F5 on your keyboard to refresh. So when you see I refresh here, and all the sidebar texts show up, and you can see where all the sidebars are in the template. So you can see the 7 sidebars here. So now that we know what we're editing, we can go back in here and click Edit Sidebar and start adding some things. And again, in future versions, we make it a little easier to find out which sidebar does what without having to do that. But this is it's a new feature, so this will just help you get your bearings. So let's start with this top right sidebar. Traditionally, people place social media buttons and contact information up here in the top right, usually a phone number or Facebook share buttons, those kind of things. So what we're going to do is drag our social media share buttons into sidebar 1. As you can see over here, that's sidebar 1. So we're going to drag the social media buttons. And I'm going to leave off stumble, just for the fun of it. Place social media icons. Save page. You can see here one more thing. I'll go ahead and show you that worked. So I'm going to flip back over here, refresh, and there are social media buttons. You can see Google Plus and Twitter and Facebook. So I'll go back here. I want to show you one more thing about the sidebar layout here is this default box. When that box is checked, it means it goes for all pages. If you were to uncheck that, it would override another page, or the default. So on future pages, if you wanted to change, say, you really wouldn't want to do this, but if you wanted to change this top right to do something different on a different page, you would just uncheck that default and do it on a different page. So that's what the default box does. This copy box right here, if you're editing a new page, which I'll show you in a bit, and you wanted to copy over from a different page's settings, you could do that. So if you check this, it's going to prompt you to select a different page. So what we're going to do is go ahead and go back here, cut here. Okay, so now we're going to edit our other side boxes, or sidebars. Cut again. Okay, so now we're going to edit our other sidebar boxes here. Well, let's pick a different one. Let's go with these boxes right here. Now, these are called tout boxes, so you want to use them to tout different features of your company or organization. So what we're going to do is just add some sample content to those three tout boxes right there. Those are sidebars 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to click in there. I'm just going to add some text. So this is going to be, let's just do a testimonial here. Let's do testimonial. Some quotes around it, italicize it. Usually you don't want to use italics for styling big blocks of text like that, but testimonials is kind of standard for them to be italic a lot of times. So style that as heading 3. Also make sure you use this paragraph and heading box just as much as you can. Try to stay away from font size and font family. So there we go. Hit update. I'm going to go ahead and add text to these other boxes. Sidebar 3, just for reference. It's going to be right here in the middle. Let's put some, let's call this one events. Use this to tout our events. I'm going to link this text that says our calendar to our calendar page that we created earlier. So I'm going to click calendar from our site pages here. There we go. Style this as a heading level 3. And save page. I probably didn't have to save every time because I'm going to edit up these all at once, but it's a good habit to have. I'm pretty neurotic about saving. Okay, so we're going to make this one, let's just say news. We're going to link this to, let's say, an external press release site. So normally you link it to a specific press release, but since we're doing this as an example, there is no specific press release. Always try to make sure you fill out this title thing, this title field here. It's good for search engine optimization as well as for accessibility, like blind visitors, those kind of things. So, okay. Style, this is our heading 3. And update. Okay, so now we've got our tout boxes filled out, our 2, 3, and 4. So that's 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to save the page and refresh over here. And boom. There's our touts. Now we have a footer that's left. Now, traditionally, what we have in the footer is we have some quick About Us paragraph summary here, a very short description of what your company is. Here, people usually expect to see some links to other pages. And here you want contact info. People usually look in the top right and the bottom right for contact info. So let's do that. Let's put some a short about paragraph here, some links here, and some contact info right here. So we're going to go back to site. Let's start with the about paragraph in sidebar 5. So we're going to go back here, edit sidebar, sidebar 5. We're going to say about us. And I've actually got some content prepared here. That way you didn't have to wait on me to type all that. Style that as heading 3. You could probably do these as heading 2 or heading 3. We'll just do heading 3, continue with the trend. So we're going to update this. Save the page. We're going to refresh. There you go. That's our about paragraph. We're going to add our link. We want to add some links right here, kind of like a sitemap to sidebar 6 right here. To all our most popular pages. We're going to edit sidebar 6. We're going to call this sitemap for our heading. What I'm going to use here, so I don't want a paragraph between each link in the list. I just want one line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Shift Enter, like that. And list my pages here. There we go. I'm going to link each one of these to their respective pages. So I'm going to hit the link button, and home, and link button, about us. Probably should have done less pages, this demo would have been shorter. Bios. And the idea behind these sidebar boxes is to be really flexible, so you can really put anything you'd like in them, using all the drag and drop objects that you have access to for page content. So I'm doing some very basic examples here, but it really does allow for some big flexibility in what you can do with sidebar boxes. So I go here and make this our heading 3. Save. Back here and refresh. There's our list of links. And now, as our last sidebar, we're going to put some contact information in the bottom right here. So I'm going to go edit sidebar, sidebar 7, because remember, this is sidebar 7. I call this contact us. Let's just put some contact info here. Sample company name, sample contact address. Again, using Shift Enter to do one line at a time. There we go. Go ahead and style this contact us as our heading 3. Generally, whatever heading level you pick, just keep it the same for the whole row. So we want, all of these to be the same heading level, whatever you pick. We can go over heading levels in a different video. So I'm going to bold this. I'll probably bold our phone number too, just to emphasize the important parts. And I'm going to make this a link to the mailing address, or to the email address. So I'm going to actually link it to cut. Okay, so I'm going to link this to the sales email address, and the way to do email links is a little bit advanced. But you can just do mail to like this. It's another thing we want to make easier in future builds. I think that email links were a little bit easier in Pro Edition, but we'll probably move that feature over to Ultra. So there we go. Let's see how that looks. Update, save page, refresh. There we go. So now we have all our sidebar boxes filled out. And that's really the power of a sidebar manager. There are some more advanced features to it, like overriding it on different pages, but I'll go over that in a different video, because we're about to hit the YouTube's 15-minute limit here. Cut. So that's a general overview of what the sidebar manager can do in Soholaunch Ultra, and look for future videos to use the sidebar manager more and show you some more things you can do with it. But that should get you started. Let us know if you'd like to see anything else. Thanks.